Okay. Well, good morning. Um, Today is Monday at around 8 a.m. Central Standard Time here in good old Texas. So, what I wanted to do, those of you who've been following the streams here the past few days, um, got version 5 installed a few days ago, and of course, right behind it, we get the Maddog X, MD-88, 83, and so been trying to get my sim dialed in as much as I can. Made a few changes along the way, so um, we'll do today. We'll try those out. A little quick trip down to back to DFW out of Memphis. Actually, we're boarding now, so should be fairly quick flight, about an hour and 7 minutes and take off touchdown. So we'll see how it goes. I apologize in advance for any crashes or anything. Like I said, we're still trying to get this thing lined up, but we'll get it. We will get it. Um, now the curious thing. Let's see here. Looking at my GPU memory, of course, I have a 8 gig video card. VRAM is my GPU memory is up 4.2, up to around 4.2 now. I did make some changes on in Windows. I picked up an update, and I'll talk about that once we take off and all that fun stuff. So, and then plus I'm streaming as well, so it's kind of keep that in mind for hardware encoding. And right, let's get this show on the road. All right, let's see what 3.8. Apologize for the task which. Well, for the most part, the flight plan is pretty much set up. Um, right now, the winds are favoring out of the north, so we'll be departing probably 3-6. One would assume. All right, everything's pretty much set there. Go ahead and get that APU on. So start pump on. Hold down APU master a few seconds. Wait for that RPM to start coming up, and we'll let that drop back into run. All right, brilliant. Let's see. That's good there. That's good. Trim is set. Alrighty. Go ahead and pick up some ATIS as well. Alright. Get my handy dandy keyboard. It was at 120, 122. I'm pretty sure Flight Sim's going to greet me with multiple transmissions from here. Yep. Alright, cool. Oh, so 27. It's like there's numbers there. So 0 fuel 130, 103,000 pounds. No idea where 130 went. Let's see. 103.5. Cool. All right. Get this guy off of drone power. Okay, I think we got everything we need off of there. I'll finish that transmission. All right. Let's see. Go ahead and call ground and get everything disconnected. Right, air is on. I believe I've already opened the cross bleed valves. Yep, so cross bleed valves are open. Alright, so for right now, everything's set. I believe tower is on, so we'll contact tower and pick up a clearance real quick. B1119. And a sip of coffee. Put this in mode C real quick. Make sure my mic is down. Tower, good morning. American 2154. Quest tower for clearance to DFW. And here. We're not picking up any audio from tower. Very weird. At this tower, second for 2154, we're not getting any audio from you. Okay, well, let's go ahead and dial into COM2 using COM2 as well. We're not getting anything from them at all. Let's oh, where's the children? All right, so we're still troubleshooting our comms issue here. Just picked up ADA, so fact. Radio check. Yeah, we're not picking them. Let's do 127. 127,750. All right, so looks like we're not getting any audio from Memphis Hour, so we'll just have to kind of wing it. Let's see, packs are on. Just want to double check, make sure it's on. Sorry guys, doing some typing here. Let's see. All right, auxiliary and transfer pumps are on. I'm gonna reach over here and that beacon there. Cool. All right, all right, all right. Parking brake set. And bring those flaps up. That happens sometimes there. Once the hydraulic system gets depressurized, you'll have some flying surfaces droop a little bit. Like I said, so far everything looks all right. Like I said, I'm at 3.7 gigs now being used. Outside, still around 3.7. Got rural weather on as well. The active sky. All right. Let's see. Oh, he changed our departure. All right, so it looks like we are clear to DFW via the let's see, DFW via the selfie via the selfie 6 departure and transitioning off Olu. All right. Olu then as found. Let's see. All right. Go ahead and we'll type that back. Clear DOW via. Oh, my typing is terrible. Selfie 6 via. See here and then. Oh. Transition, then as found. Found, maintain 5,000. Bet 320 And after departure, freak is 125.8 and squawk and 110 to confirm squawk code. Alright. While he's doing that, yeah, he didn't complete the entire squawk code, which fat finger something. So dive on in here and get this guy set up. Those of you early birds are just coming in, or late birds, depending on where you're at. Welcome. Welcome to the circuit. All right, my squawk 0701. All right. Cool. So we need to change up our departure. All right. Let's see. All right. So a loop transition. Did he give us a runway to expect? No. All right. You're back correct. Info information delta is current. Push and start your directions. Press that 3. All right. Second one. All right. Up lab and call when tag. Oh, this is so cumbersome. So cumbersome. All right. I'm kind of ready to get up out of here now. All right, 3-6 left. It's cute. All right, everything else is ready to go. All right, guys, let's go ahead and push. Let's see, left and right field pumps on. The aft and forward center pumps to auto. All right, that's it. That's set. Galley power is off. Packs are off. Emergency signs are armed. Everything looks good. Hydraulics are armed. Beacon light is on. All right, looks like we're ready to push. And I normally just kind of jump into this view, just kind of double check, make sure we're clear. All right, cool. All right, let's see. Prepare for pushback and departure. Let me just double check my settings and make sure it isn't me. All right. All right, guys. So we're pushing back here. Oh. We can only go to the right, I suppose. That's all you're going to give us. Now we can do a quick edit, but I've had nightmares with that. Alright, so we are ready to push. Everything should be set to go. We'll come off of System A morning. Alright, we were clear on the right, so we'll go ahead and start right engine. N2's coming up there, looking good. Alright, there is 22%. Let's go ahead and bring in the fuel. Watch that EGT, keep my mouse on that fuel control switch. Alright, alright. Good to go there. Go ahead and close that start valve.
Assumption 260, you have the holding signal length 360 west of departure.
Thompson 262, wind 340 at Niner. RNS is Sloan, runway 36 center, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 36 center, RNS is Sloan, cleared for takeoff, Thompson 262.
Alright, looks like we're good to go there. Alright, we are all set. Let's see, in position, parking brakes are set. Alright, I think we're all set to go here. Let's go ahead and get those flaps down there. So flaps 15.
Thompson 262,
One more
contact
click.
departure on 125.8. You have a nice flight to Chicago, and thanks for flying out of Memphis today.
On 25.8, Thompson 260, you have the Hamilton 845.
Alright. Let's see. Go ahead and get everything armed and set up here. Alright. Alright. Looks like we're all set. Tower, good morning, American 2154 is ready for taxi.
American 2154, Memphis Tower. Do you copy me, sir?
Read your 5x5, sir. Thank you.
Okay, just a sec till I change your tag.
Alright. I think that was on us, guys.
American 2154, squawk 0701.
0701 for 2054. Didn't do. 07. There we go.
American 2154, runway 36 left, taxi by November, Mike 1.
Right. November Mike. Alright, taxi 36 left via November Mike 1 for 2054. Alright. I have to make a bit of a U-turn here. Let's get her slowed down. Alright, looking pretty good here. Zoom out. There we go. Alright, I can live with that. Bring that power back a little bit. Oh, why are we zooming in now? Don't do that. Okay. Now I would like to see if we can APU on there. I mean off. And we'll close the cross bleed valves here shortly. Let's see where our GPU 3.7 gigs now. I've been trying to be a little more vigilant on my memory usage, so you'll see me check it here periodically. All right. There's the APU shutting off there. I'm also just now breaking in Chase Plane, so if you see my views get all weird, I probably messed something up, so it's gonna bear with me. And I think he said November 1, right? So we'll look for these little, we'll look for our little marker here. Let's go ahead and start slowing down. There's mic 3. Well, there's mic 3, mic 2, and mic 1. So it seems as if every time I hit the brakes in Chase Plane, my views do that. Take a look at that at some point. There's mic 2. And there's mic 3. Try not to go. Alright. Maybe we'll do there before takeoff, knocked out here real quick, because I'm pretty sure he's watching us. He's probably going to call us here for departure. Let's go ahead and get the landing lights on. Strobe light is on. For the radar, power is on. Let's see, close those cross bleed valves. Didn't mean to do that. All right, no auto brake on this this equipment. Let's see here. Trim is set and ignition selector switch should be on both. Oh, go ahead and get the galley power back on. Whoops, sorry, coffee maker. All right. I think we're all set. Let's see here. One more time. All right, should be good to go. I know it's early, so I need to double check myself. All right, let's see. And what was that? 5,000. All right, should be ready to go. Sweet. All right. American 2154, Mike 136 left, ready to go.
American 2154, wind 340 at Niner, RNF to Beal, runway 36 left, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 36 left, 2154. Alright. A little power here. Need to double check on that whole zooming issue. Oh, that's a little aggravating. Alright. Alright, let's go ahead and get lined up here. And let me zoom out. Or not. Alright guys, take off. Okay, so it's just gonna do what it wants to. Alright, it's 1.4. There's auto brake. Right.
American 2154, contact departure on 125.8. You have a nice flight to Dallas Fort Worth, and thanks for flying out to Memphis today.
25.8, American 2154. Thanks for your services, sir.
You're welcome. Have a great day, sir.
Alright, let's see. Well, first thing we do is fly the airplane, so let's get this guy situated and engage that autopilot 121 point, what did I say? 125.8. Alright, 120. Alright.
Low, Olympic country 7 for ILS 36 right vectors.
Plane cleaned up. Departure American 2154 is with you out of 3000.
Hey, American 2154, good morning, sir. Climb and maintain 16,000 direct view.
Let's see. I'll maintain 16,000 direct view, 2154. Alright, let's see. Alright. Get cleaned up here. And let's see.
American 2154, turn left heading 310, that'll put you right into Beale.
310, sir, 2154, thank you. Alright. Alright, there we go. Cool.
Hey, American 2154, continue left turn heading 270.
Left turn, 270, 2154. Alright. Just out of curiosity. Let's see here. Oh, I think he said direct view. Yeah, so far so good. So far so good. Direct. Ooh. Use that. I think we can get this guy on nav mode now.
American 2154, continue left turn heading 260 and join the departure.
Left 260 on the departure, 2154. Man, we are getting rocked today, guys. Alright. Alright, see if we can get some sort of check what's going on here. Alright. Get those hydraulic pumps to low and off there. Yeah, like when the thing runs, man, it runs great and looks good. I think that's the disheartening part, is to have these issues, but I don't think there's been a sim released yet where, you know, it's just been, all gears, rolling right out of release. So I mean, it's to be expected to have a few issues here and there. They're introducing new technologies, so it makes sense. So right now, like I said, we're at like 3.4 in GPU memory, and I have an 8 gig card, as I said. So seems to be holding its own. We'll see. But like for me, my issues start to come about when I start hitting those really, those high fidelity airports like Latin VFR, FS Dream Team, all that fun stuff. Start to have some issues there. Yesterday wasn't too terribly bad. Made it out of San Antonio just fine. Got into DFW just fine. I had some crashes at DFW, but I think that was something else. But it just did not seem to play well when we landed in New Orleans. So that could be, could be an issue there with scenery not being optimized, maybe. But then again, I think it's just going to be a situation to where everybody's going to have to make some small adjustments here and there. Even on a development standpoint, there's only so much you can do. Those of you just jumping in so early in the morning, guys, welcome. I normally don't really try not to stream this early, but wanted to talk to you guys about some changes that I've made. So I was doing some browsing through the interwebs and discovered that some simmers have downloaded the Windows 2004 update, and it freed up a little bit of GPU memory. So initially, I started out with 6.7 here. So whatever the sim was using out of 6.7. And every now and then, it seems like when I got to like 5.9, it just, that's when I started having problems. So I did the update, and it freed up a little bit. I mean, it's not this groundbreaking change you're gonna really see, but it may free up 0.5 depending, 0.8. So it bumps your cap up a little bit, which
American 2154, you're leaving my airspace. Let the centers offline. Radar services terminated. Frequency change to advisory is approved. Have a great flight into Dallas. Good day, sir.
frequency change is approved. 2154. So you have a good day.
See ya.
All right, guys. Let's jump off here to Unicom 122.8. Let's see here. All right. Still getting used to this whole. There we go. All right. Up. Oh no. Really? We're doing that again? All right. Let's see if we could like not listen to that right now. Oh no. All right. Anywho, we'll just we'll do this. We'll just go off a digit. Now I'll have to change that back. So yeah, went ahead, proceeded with the update. It seemed, so far it seems solid, but see, here's the problem. That particular update is and we're just gonna clear ourselves all the way up to 320. That update is a Windows Insider update. So it's basically, I guess for lack of better, terms, a beta update. So you got to be careful with that. You really do. I pretty much came to terms with, it might break something else. And I'm cool with that. But, just something you want to be mindful of if you decide to do that. And I think, and it's one of those situations where you fix something may break something else. So they said they've had issues with. So if you guys use Flight 1, I think GTN, if you guys use that, it slows down the UI a little bit. So slows down the UI a little bit, but I think there's a way you can resolve that as well. So I hadn't found a permanent downside just yet, but once again, it's kind of just wanted to show you guys this. Nothing, not gonna do anything too terribly long today, as I have to complete the dreaded honeydew list. But just wanted to give you kind of a brief glimpse so far as what I'm dealing with. My specs are in the description, so you can click on that CPU Z link, and it'll kind of show you what I'm working with, which isn't a whole lot. But nevertheless, so far so good. Now we don't have any storm systems to go through or anything, so the clouds are right now it's pretty clear right now. But at the same time, even yesterday, when we had all that weather come through, it was fairly solid. Once you get in there, it's fairly solid. It's once you get on the ground where things get a little, when things gets a little weird. And don't even mention rain, especially some sceneries with the wet effects for the runway, which, I mean, don't get me wrong, they look beautiful, but it eats up on the VRAM as well. So just be mindful of that also. Get back to my let's see, there we go. Oh nope, didn't want that either. All right, but I'll close that view. But yeah, I mean, like I said, once you get in the air, you really don't have too many issues. I remember there was a question about, well, if I have a 6 gig card, Kings. Hey, what's going on, Kings? How's it going, bud? Guys, once again, thanks for swinging by on this early Monday morning. Happy Monday to everybody. But yeah, the guy was asking, hey, I got a 6 gig card, would I be able to run a lot of this stuff? And even the developers for Fly the Maddog X, they were very, very explicit when they said, minimum of an 8 gig card. And how a lot of times, well, maybe they're kind of saying that as like a little buffer, and it's true. It's minimum of 8 gigs. And honestly, as of right now, probably a little more than that. But I mean, we say all this. I mean, there's still some optimizations that could possibly be done on Lockheed side. I think they released that hotfix like a month or so ago, which I didn't have it by then, but that cleaned a few things up. So we'll just kind of see, how that pans out. As far as what they decide to fix. I mean, there's still a lot to be done on the sim to get it to, what we're used to, like on 4.5 and all that. I think Orbit's they're working on getting their vector scenery up and going for 5. OpenLC is already released, but the freeware airports that I used a lot, Orbix have released. It's not out for version 5 yet. I think they're having some issues with elevation changes, and Lockheed Martin changed some airports around, things like that. So it's going to be a while. it's going to be a while, which is the main reason I was mentioning before why I haven't just removed 4.5. And yes, we all know 2020 is going to be released, but it's still going to be a while till that happens. And I was like, why the heck not? Figure try out a new platform, especially since they have the Maddog for it. Had to release it. I mean, had to get it. Had to get it. My panel looks so much better. You can see reflections off the FMCs. Compared to what this thing used to look like way back when, like FSX and FS 2004. I mean, it looks amazing. Looks phenomenal. All right, so yeah, we're almost at, I think it was our cruise. Cruise be 320. So almost there. Our cruising altitude, and like I said, just quick flight to DFW. Just something to kind of test my my changes there. And that was really the only change I made was to perform that Microsoft update. And but I know I'm going to have some issues with the GTN. But I'm going to try to fix a lot of simmers have been proposing, and see if that fixes things. Hopefully it should. I mean, most everybody else was saying they had some success with it, so we shall see. We shall see. And and then PMDG, they pushed a quick update as well. I think it was yesterday, day before yesterday. So if you haven't run your what was that, global ops thing that they're using, global blah blah, something like that. If you haven't ran that, then go ahead and run it, because 9R2 on the altimeter. I think they've got the weather radar to work. Yeah, this is I think this is 226 alpha. So it's not the default one, but it's one that's available on the Fly the Maddog X forum with the black radome there up front, the black nose. Very clean looking model. You can kind of see I got my textures turned down as well, my long distance textures. Went ahead and turned those down. I mean, I just, when you're, up in the flight levels, for me, it's really not that much priority for me. But it's like I said, is ultimately it really just depends on what you're willing to sacrifice. But I guess this particular version 5, has taught us that we're going to have to let go of something. I know me at least. Gotta let go of something. Textures. The long distance views is what you're looking for. Then you may have to, pull back a little bit on something else, or, it's just one of those things, right? That we've all had to do it, especially when FXX first released. Had some problems for sure. Getting that together. We're almost at 32,000 feet, so we'll go ahead and set our TRP to cruise. And yeah, so far so good. Now we're planning. So I'm planning for 1.7. I'm hoping it's 1.7 because it's basically like a straight in approach, and it's super convenient, super easy. But we all know how that can go. So let's see if we can pull some weather. I'm not 100% sure since I didn't use ADIS on departure. ACARs. I think it works even if you don't utilize the ACARs. Let's see. Let's go ahead and send that. I see uplink not available. Yeah, so I don't know what's that about. Maybe, I don't know. I'll have to look more into that. But let's go back here. But yeah, for the most part, I really hadn't had any issues as far as things not working. So, and I rarely use ACARs, especially on this. I rarely use ACARs anyway. So that's, like I said, it's not like just a huge deal. Probably take a look at it. My biggest concern was, all the CTDs I was having with my sim, especially flying this. This is probably one of my more stable aircraft right now. And let's see, I don't see center or anything online, so I think we're good to go there. All right, so we're about 276 miles out. So should be landing here shortly. We'll just pull ATIS once we get closer, once we get in range and get info from the good old FW ATIS. Down here. Look, the old Super 80. Like something very open. Of course, all the cargo doors open up. Not going to do it now, or it'll be pretty bad. Engine cowling opens. I think the rear door opens. Pretty much everything functions on this. And like right now, for example, of course we're like severe clear and nothing going on. GPU memory is 2.7, then frames are just, through the freaking roof. 200, peeking out a little bit. 150 ish, somewhere around. It's high enough. I don't know. Me personally, if I can, I remember, if you're getting 25 frames a second in the sim, and you're doing good. You're high on the hog. You're the bee's knees. You're the king of them all. But nowadays it's 50, 60 frames a second. Or maybe if we get that, it's a little weird. But it's nice to have super high frames, especially in people when I first loaded this thing up. I think I loaded up. What did I load up? I loaded up the Commander or something like that. Some plain Jane generic aircraft that P3D throws in there, and was immediately blown. I'm like, man, this thing really. It almost had the fluidity of X-Plane. Those of you who own X-Plane know what I'm talking about. Felt very, very, very natural. That's the best way to describe it. But at the same time, once you get to putting add-ons, things like that. And I noticed the GPU memory deal, and I was like, oh, maybe that's just kind of more of an advisory type situation. It gets a little high, whatever. But that's literally what you have to work with. No joke. If we hit 7.1 right now, the sim would shut down. It is that real at the moment. So you know, just kind of, be mindful of that. Should be fine. But I mean, like, so far, you know, everything's butter. Should be good to go. Memphis, you know, you guys seen a departure out of Memphis. Other than our comm issues we had, fairly smooth. Didn't really have any problems there. Um, you know, overall, I was satisfied. And that was FS Dream Team's Memphis scenery. So, close that. You know, no craziness there, anything like that. So just kind of monitoring it and seeing, because I even went back to New Orleans yesterday, and it was, I think I did a trip from Atlanta to New Orleans, landed just fine, you know, everything's good. I was sitting at the gate, and I don't know what caused it to creep up. This was before I updated Windows. Not sure what caused it to creep up, but all of a sudden, you know, I got the dreaded warning where everything goes black, and it says, you know, you're basically run out of memory. And I mean, that almost feels like a little smiley face. I mean, a little frown or something under that, because it's, you know, it's kind of how your soul feels, especially when you're you know, on final and it happens, which, you know, it did a couple of streams ago. But you know, I mean, like I said, things like that happens. Kind of, well, crash. Let's figure out what we can do, what we can change, what we can go without, and just kind of go from there. Um, kind of give you guys an idea. I don't want to pause the sim. Perhaps, you know, when we end, so you guys my settings. I'll let you guys know what works for me. GoPro view, GoPro like. It's been kind of playing around with Chase playing as well. Still kind of getting used to it. Still, you know, still does things I don't expect. So I'm just kind of, you know, and taking a bit of time there. So GPU memory crept up to like 3.2, which we're, you know, still fine. Like I said, the true test is going to be once we get closer to a terminal area, once we get closer to DFW, what the performance is like. Double checking here. Center isn't on. Center isn't online. Oh. Drag this over. Just kind of review our arrival here, unless it changes. What is that? Is that all right? This. All right. So vectors. I'm cool with. Let's do this. And then we'll overgab it and that guy there. So that kind of give us a basically a straight in for 1.7. All right. Cool. Zoom out a little bit. Sweet. All right. There's flood ground on right now. All right. For ground speed. Which my settings, I may not have the settings because I know I set everything up for the for the 88, but I don't think I've done 83 yet. So this is kind of like one of the older trims. So we have no auto brake. So we are the auto brake. Which will be fine. Be like stopping a very large 172. Good. I do like this style of flight director though. Most of them I've seen are the crossbar style, but this one is actually isn't too bad. Actually, not too bad at all. That's very little. I know we're always in the habit of flying from the left seat, which, you know, why the heck not, right? But turn ram air on. Mm. 203 miles to go. Where's our top of descent? Alright, so it's right pretty close to Proud. 96 miles. 96 miles from our top of descent. Let's check our speed card. Seven. Yeah, so like I said, getting pretty close here. As far as changes that I've made, I don't think I did anything else. Like I said, other than the update, I did bring down a few settings here, but yeah, I don't think I did much else other than that. But parts real quick. All right. And I think if we can get into 17 right, depending on how the traffic's flowing there, I think we'll be probably take terminal Bravo, and that should get us to the gate really quick. So do that. All right, making the turn there. And not beat those Pratt & Whitney sounds, which I forget which one I have installed here. So they give you options as to what engine version. I think it's like the Pratt & Whitney 217, 217 Charlies, and the 219s. I think there's one before the 217s, but I forget where they are. Most of the American MD-83s I've seen, I think, have the 217 Charlies, if I'm not mistaken. If I am, correct me, but I think the biggest difference is, of course, performance, right? But forget what these guys are running. Delta, I think, are the 219s, I believe. And there may be some American birds before they went away that were rocking the 219. They just slipped my memory, fortunately. Maybe I'll remember it by the time I finish the coffee. See if there's any dirt on the bottom there. Ah, she's pretty clean on the bottom. Clean on the bottom. It's 66 miles out. Let me change my. There we go. Zoom this guy out a little bit. And I'm just gonna take a peek and see who's on. So, excuse me. Center isn't on yet. So it looks like we'll be flying our own arrival, which won't be too bad. Won't be too bad at all. But quite I know for me, quite frankly, guys, I mean, as of right now, so as far as like add-ons that are currently in that I use are currently being or have been brought over to version 5, 747 PMDG 747. I don't typically do long hauls much, more often because I don't really, unfortunately, don't have the time. But it's out for version 5. 737 NGXU they're working on. I do have the Quality Wing 787, but I haven't heard much from Quality Wing as far as I may already be out for version 5. I just haven't heard just yet. Of course, the Maddog, you know, not only did they release it for version 5, but they made myriad of improvement to the model. I mean, the thing looks beautiful. I mean, I can't really fault it for much unless a MD-83 driver takes a sure you may be able to find the inconsistency. There, I know the mirrors don't work. For the compass here. So if we come up here and at one point they did, I think, but most airliners or aircraft in general, in order for them to be IFR certified, they have to have some sort of compass, which normally is up around here in this area towards the middle somewhere. But on the I think the DC-9 and the MD-80, the compass is actually where the heck is it? I think it's like back here somewhere. I think it's either that or it's back here somewhere in this area here. And so in order to view the compass, you have to lift this mirror up. And the captain as well as the FO has their own mirror. And I want to say, unless I'm thinking of another add-on, which I don't think I am, but I want to say at one point that worked. Which, I'm not complaining. I don't think I've ever used a standby compass, unless it was like flight training or something in flight sim. So, not in the spirit of saving as much GPU memory as possible. I'm totally cool with going without the compass right now. Totally cool. All right, we're about 39 miles out. Not getting much of a tailwind and not getting much of a headwind, so we're just kind of going under our own steam here at the moment. So flight times are a little extended. I know what was it, like maybe 2 weeks ago, if we were going from DFW to Memphis, we did it in like 40 something minutes. It was insane. But right now the wind kind of it's kind of died down a little bit, and we had just a hellacious drone system just move through. So right now there's lots of high pressure in the area and not a whole lot of movement. Alright, let's see. We're getting there, guys. We are getting there. This is actually what I was looking for so far. You know, get decent frames. You know, everything looks good. Haven't had any stutters or any graphical issues at all. Maybe it's a DirectX 12 thing I was dealing with, because I know maybe it was a stream before last, a couple days ago. I was having issues bringing up the MD, so that was getting weird. My attitude indicator was getting kind of weird. You know, it wouldn't come up, and it was just, I don't know, just a lot of weirdness going on. But so far, everything is fairly decent at the moment, and I'll probably speak to you soon, and it'll all just come crumbling down. Now, if it does, once again, folks, I apologize. Oh man. Alright, see what we got going here. I'm pretty close, 23 miles out. So, actually, I may cheat and get the METAR report for Dallas. One, 4, 6, 8. So yeah, we'll stick with 17 right. I think we'll be good with 17 right. All right, before we do all that, let's go ahead and get our FMC up. Set the ILS in there for 111.35 here. 176 for our approach course, and that should be it. Go ahead and we'll get everything bugged in on our airspeed indicator. Galley power, everything else. And let's see, reset. And we'll just come all the way down to 4,000. All the way down to 4,000. Hopefully we'll be there before that, and we can just pick up that localizer for a fairly straightforward approach. Looks like the engines here are getting ready to throttle back, and we'll be starting that descent. Consider and down a bit. It's not like we're gonna get any echoes, but go ahead and bring the point that antenna down just a little bit, so right. For it. Wait for. I just got like 3 miles ago. Should be pretty quick. Alright guys, there we go. Alright, so the top of descent, and here we go. Let's see, where is there we go. And zoom those signs on, and kind of double check everything, make sure everything else is in line. Cabin temperatures, 25 degrees Celsius, not too bad. I mean, we can probably kind of cool off a little bit. Pull off a little bit there. And yeah, everything, our panels all lined out. Not a cloud in the sky today, which is about right. It's like super sunny out there right now. Super sunny out there. I suppose we should go ahead and get back on that Unicom frequency. All right, back on CTAF there. Increase the range a little bit on our TCAS display. And that, I'm actually going to take a look at the base plan. You guys are probably kind of wondering here. Settings. Yeah, try to get it to where I can take a look at my at least my auto throttle switch, especially on takeoff. So let's update that current preset. Maybe that'll kind of fix our mind of its own type situation there. Alright, that's cool. So yeah, if I take off, I still got good view of, you know, engine instruments, auto throttle, all that fun stuff. Not 100% realistic, but you know, it's realistic enough to do what we need to do and still be somewhat functional in the airplane. So we'll roll with that. All right. Let's see. So yeah, but where should we be at? We should be at 6,000. Oh, it's around 6,000. And that's overhead. Let's go ahead and turn on that. Well, fasten seatbelt sign's already on. All right, cool. Pressurization looks good. Cabin is Ending there, so that's cool. All right. I'll zoom my ND up a little bit. Let's go ahead and start the thrust rating to go around there. Tell you what would be cool if they would. Now I don't know if you know what. Never mind, because I think another DC9 had them, but the actual analog engine instruments, I don't know. There may have been an earlier version, maybe like the 80 actual 80, you know, MD-80, but I think the DC9s were like the last of them, or it's like analog engine instruments. All right, that's we're this coming out of 17,000, so we'll get our altimeter set up there. And a quick little glance at our memory. Yeah, still 2.9, so that's beautiful at the moment. We'll see what happens as we get closer. See what happens as we get. Drag required. Let's go ahead and whoops, move the whole thing. Actually, tell you what we'll do. We'll go ahead and grab that vertical speed, and we can actually use our pitch to disperse some of this energy we've built up. Because we only need to be at 6,000 at Gubbit, so bring this up a little bit, and in turn we'll burn off some of the airspeed. Pretty good, so probably. Whoops. All right, we are making that left for. All right, let's go ahead and bring that airspeed down to 249. So let's dial in 240. First, we're gonna get that low limit enunciation. Taking a little speed break there, help slow down. Bleed off some of this airspeed. While we're doing that, dive over here into our FO side. Get those pumps online. So let's go ahead and bring those hydraulic pumps to high and auxiliary and transfer pumps to low. All right. All right. Make a quick call. All right. Forward traffic, American 2154 is 40 to the north. We'll be entering before straight in for 17 right forward traffic. All right. Double check that we do have the ILS tune. Yeah, we got it tuned. All right. And we're below 10,000, so all right. Landing lights are on. Close that. Landing lights are on. Everything looks good there. Thrust rating set for go around. Double checking here, double checking the panel, make sure everything is for the most part configured. I think we should be good to go. Alright guys, so far so good. Let's look at that GPU memory. Came up to about 3.0. Alright. Frames are still golden. Grab one more sip of coffee. Oh man, cleaned it out. Used to not be a fan of community coffee, but I don't know if maybe they changed something or what, but pretty decent. Pretty decent. Lately, I've been drinking Kicking Horse. Pretty good foam. All right, so coming out of 7.5 for 6. So we just got an RMI there. Is it? Yeah, it's got an RMI there. All right, there's 6,000. Upland. I think it was just the regular old plain Jane American roast, I believe. The that medium roast that they have. Yeah, I just picked that up, and it's pretty decent. I wanted to try their king cake, but they've always been sold out. So, but then I don't know. It's kind of diving into that flavored coffee territory, which is dangerous grounds for me. So, try to stick with what I know. Oh, no, oh. All right, so there's a localizer there. We'll go ahead and get that guy tuned up. I'd arm that for, let's come down to 5. We've passed Yabba already, I think. Yep, Garza at 5,000. We'll hold Garza, I think. Yeah, alright, to intercept the localizer there. And we'll go ahead and arm our ILS and glide slope, which we don't have yet. Oh, there it goes. There we go. Glide slope live now. But yeah, you know, sometimes I'm in the mood for just, you know, some regular plain Jane coffee, and community does it for me. Like I said, used to. I guess it was the whole. Excuse me. I guess I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why. I've always, for some reason, had a bad taste for, but they definitely stepped up. All right, let's go ahead and let's get this guy slowed down a little bit. So, being that we're in the MD-80 and the MD-80 is awesome, we can go ahead and extend those slats just to help us out a little bit with that speed control. Because what we don't want to just swing into the localizer and overshoot so much to where we're impeding other traffic. So there's that localizer capture, which we're not shooting at the converging approach. So there's slow down 190. Yeah, we overshot a little bit, but not too bad. Not too bad. Should pick it up here shortly. Should be good to go. All right. For traffic, American 2154 is on the localizer 17 right. For traffic. Okay. There's a glide slope. All right. Now we're up. All right, guys. Here's the test here. We'll see what happens as we begin this approach. Go ahead and bring in another notch of flaps. What's our GPU memory? Still at 3.0. All right, cool. So sad you have to add that as part of your approach. All right, pretty good so far. You guys see that? It's like a maybe we're still painting textures or whatever. All right, once our DME will show 14 out. Gonna hold off there on the gear. We'll wait till we're about 12 out. We'll go ahead and drop the gear. All right, 170 knots there. Go ahead and arm that speed brake, guys. Let's get that speed brake armed up, ready to go. All right, GPU memory 3.2, creeping up a little bit. All right, let's go ahead and give her flaps 15. Flaps 15. Let's go ahead and call gear down. You're nice and dirty. All right, it's 3,400 feet in the altimeter. No speed brake, so we don't have to deal with the speed brake there. All right, so there's DFW. There we got the airport in sight. All right, let's go ahead and walk it down to about 160. We just got the radar altimeter. GPU memory 3.2, and just FYI, this is the FS Dream Team's DFW scenery, guys. Just so you know. All right, so got 160 dialed in there. All right, let's go ahead and start walking it back there. Go ahead and come down to 150. All right, and then we'll come on down to 137. 137, flaps 28. where we're at. 3.7 there on the GPU memory. Now you guys can see I have the water effects turned down as well. Alright, so flap set. Let's see, thrust rating set, go around miss approach up to set. And should be good to go. Alright guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get the airplane. Alright, and add the controls. Alright. Stabilize miss approach up to set. Let's see what she's gonna do. See if I can at least get the GPU memory up. Alright. 3.5 there. And under a little bit. Alright, we're out of it. Alright. On the brakes. First lights out. Alright. I am on those brakes there. We'll catch this next exit. Catch this high speed right here. So it wasn't too bad on the performance. Like I said, 3.5. Now all the way from what 2.9 at cruise, 3.5. So that's just not too bad on this scenery. Alright guys, let's go ahead and get this airplane cleaned up. And we'll make a call. Forward traffic American 2154 is clear the runway. Forward traffic. Alright. We'll just get the airplane stopped here. Especially by myself, it's a little easier. Everything kind of put together, stowed. Alright, taxi light is on. Let's see, I'll go ahead and get the APU on. There she goes. Alright, and strobe light is off, speed brake up, and slats are up, and radar is off. Cool. Alright, let's go ahead and taxi to it. I forgot how light I was, so we'll just take one engine. One engine this time. We'll single engine it in. I'll leave two running to just so that temps can oil temps and all that fun stuff can come down a bit. All right. And so far, still hovering around 3.5. Frames are about 33, 32 second. Take this guy here. Alright, get her lined up. I will kind of coast her in there. Mash on brakes a little bit. Very nice and in there. Kind of off, that'll be alright. Be alright, we can live with it. Alright, let's go ahead and get the APU is on. Alright, off. And off. And fuel control levers to off. And bleeds are on. Alright, not a bad trip, not a bad trip at all, folks. Alright. Alright, we can work with everything else with that light off as well. And then we'll dive on over to the FO side. Get these pumps off here. They're gonna let me deboard? They're gonna deboard me? Wow, you're even gonna deboard me. How cool is that? Awesome. Alright guys. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Like we got GXX running right now, so I mean we're up to 3.8. And pay attention to the scenery that you're using as well. Some perform better than others. I've kind of always known that. So yeah, definitely pay attention to your GPU memory, and we'll just work with what we got right now until we get something. Till we get a few more optimizations here and there, and we'll just kind of go from there. But I mean, super excited for what's to come. I mean, we already have. I mean, to me, it's just very good performing airplane, and a very very good sim that's getting better by the day. So, but yeah, other than that, guys, I appreciate those of you who are at work. You guys be safe out there, and this video will be here. We can get a chance to check it out and see how we did. But the rest of you guys, thanks for swinging by, and you guys shoot me a sub or comment, whatever, and anything would be much appreciated. Until next time, guys, we'll see you guys later, and you have an awesome rest of your Monday.